Hi, I'm Marco and today I'm going to show you how to lino cut like a beginner. To do that, I'm using a lino cut starter kit I got as a birthday gift, a bench hook my crafty wife built for me last week, my iPad for sketching, and some tracing paper to transfer the design onto linoleum. Since the process is still new to me, I decided to warm up with a test piece. I sketched a few versions. I wanted something simple, but a little mysterious, maybe even pagan. In the end, I chose the wolf head with a clear silhouette and minimal detail. I transferred the sketch onto tracing paper. Pressed it onto the linoleum and went over the lines with the liner to make them clearer. For extra contrast while carving, I painted the surface with acrylic paint. Once the surface dried, I got to work. I started with blade number 2. It felt fine, but my lines weren't very accurate. So I tried the thinnest one. That didn't really help. It slipped around and got stuck. So I went back to blade number 2. After finishing the details, I cleared the background with a wide U-shaped blade. And moved on to printing. The first print had too much ink and came out smudged. The second had too little and looked faint. The third was somewhere in between. For the final project, I wanted something that felt connected to me, so I went back to Ukrainian folk fairy tales. As a kid, I loved those old books with engraved illustrations. I looked through some of them for inspiration. Then sketched a few thumbnails to test composition and ideas. Once I was happy with the proportions and the creature's position, I refined the design. For decoration, I borrowed floral ornaments from old Ukrainian women's magazines. From the test project, I knew rounded shapes were difficult, so this time I kept the lines straighter. I transferred the design and started carving. Working on a bigger canvas was actually easier, and this time I felt a bit more confident. The whole carving process took about an hour and a half. By the end, I was tired and my hand definitely felt sore. The printing process didn't go without mistakes. A bigger canvas also meant more ink. Which I misjudged. The first print came out too light. The second was much better. And I really like how the black ink looked on the orange paper. There is one part of the artwork that, when printed, looked like a mistake. It's the only filled-in area, while everything else is outlined. For now, I'll fix it with my liner, but for the next prints, I'll try to glue back some of the cutouts pieces so it looks right. Lino cut is a strange thing. A little tricky, but also meditative and satisfying. I'd recommend giving it a try. Just watch your fingers. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.